Hi all, welcome to the daily current affairs session brought to you by Neo IAS. Today on this 18th October 2018, we will be seeing some news of importance. Global Competitiveness Index, released by WEF, World Economic Forum. Hand in hand exercise, it's a joint military exercise. Asia-Europe Meeting, SM. India, El Salvador. Then we have a Feihong 98, that is a drone, actually unmanned aerial vehicle drone. Unified payment interface. Mission Antyodaya, Ramsar site. We will be under this map. We will be seeing West Bengal, the Ramsar site of West Bengal. PQRS. We will be discussing a question which came in 2015 about nanotechnology in health sector. So moving on to the first topic, that is Global Competitiveness Index. It was released by World Economic Forum. It releases every year, giving all the details of what is the basic productivity of the economy, what kind of an economy it is, how competitive it is, regarding to this world level. So India has been ranked as a 58th most competitive economy. So the top country, that is US, then followed by Singapore and then Germany. So we see there are only rare indices where we can see countries other than these Nordic countries, that is Norway, Finland and Denmark, etc. So US tops and followed by Singapore and Germany. India moved up by 5 places compared to its 2017 rank. And see, among the BRICS, see, it is very important who is the top and who is first 1, 2, 3 is important, and what is the rank of India, and then rank of India or rank of China among the BRICS countries. That is also important. So China is topping among the BRICS countries. Actually, India, Russia, and Brazil. China have overtaken all these 3 countries. So China has topped because this competitiveness index always measures the market orientation, the openness of the market, how far penetrated is the market globally as well as in the country. So regarding the market scenario, China is always top than India. And India remained the driving force. If we are talking about the South Asian countries, like apart from China, then regarding the South Asian countries, India remained the driving force. India was top. See, except 3 areas, that is health, education and skills. Except these 3 areas, India was leading in this region, South Asian region. But in this health, education and skill, who led? That was Sri Lanka. Actually, Sri Lanka have more health facilities, skill facilities, and education. What they measure is the the level of education and the environment provided by the country or by the economy or to this market orientation. That is what they are measuring. So except that health, education, so India was leading in the South Asia, and India was the remaining driving force. Other major competitive advantages like market innovation, etc., are India's main advantage. Like we have a good open market, liberal market actually, but not up to China. And also we have innovation. We are on the verge of having more and more innovation. We have lots of institutions, lots of schemes, and etc. So compare that with BRICS countries, and what is the position of India in the BRICS as well as in the worldwide. And regarding this GCI 4.0, that was the recent one, the 4th version of this competitiveness index, and it is a composite indicator that assesses everything like productivity, the basic productivity level. There are actually 12 major criteria, and some major ones are like labor market, technological readiness, institutions, skills, etc. You have to refer all the 12, because a question may come, what are the 12 major, like some question may come like 4 criteria will be given, which among the following is the major driving criteria for this. Next topic is about hand in hand. It is a joint military exercise it will be conducted between India and China. Actually, India-China army exercise that will be started in December. Actually, it was resumed last year. It was cancelled because of this Doklam aftermath. So we are going to resume that this year. Actually, after this Doklam standoff, everything was over actually, and we have both the countries were taking initiatives to have a good, friendly, cordial relation between both of these countries in the economic perspective as well as strategic perspective. And together we are in every summit, wherever we go, India and China, we are having a upper edge on counter terrorism, this transnational border terrorism, etc. Together we are doing that. So this year it will be conducted in December actually, and Chengdu in China, that is a location where the host city that will be conducting this, India and China. And actually, as I told that because of this Doklam standard, it was resumed. And remember this Wuhan summit. Wuhan summit is it was one of the best summit that took place, where both the prime ministers had a meeting, an informal meeting, where they discussed about the future plans and all those things. So we are going together in capturing market as well as counter terrorism and all the security issues, border terrorism, etc. But certain things we are having in a mismatch, like this Obor and the Silk Route, etc. We are having a mismatch, but still India and China together is a very good perspective. You have to even in the mains you had a questions regarding India, this Obor and OPEC, the position of Pakistan in this, the position of CPEC in this Obor, and how it will be affecting India. Next one is again similar thing about Asia-Europe meeting. This is SM actually, and this the news was that our Vice President Venkaiah Naidu has left for Belgium. Belgium is the venue where 2018 SM, that is Asia-Europe meeting, will be held. And it was started in 1996 actually, to foster relations between Asia and Europe. So we have lots of, like, we have ASEAN and we have this EU, G20, G7. Among them, we also have something called Asia-Europe meeting, which is very important because two major continents, Asia and Europe, are having every sphere of talks and MOUs and agreements and etc. So we were also one of the pioneer in that, and it addresses everything, like all the spheres of a nation, that is social, political, cultural, economic issues, everything is covered in that. At present we have 53 Asian nations and 31 European nations. Among these, almost all the major European nations are part of this SM. Then this is considered as the biggest platform for Asia and Europe for discussing many, all this about things like political, socio-cultural, politico-economic, etc. And this year's theme is Global Partners for a Global Challenges. So themes are really important. Questions were there asked regarding themes, various themes, and the options will be again confusing. So you have to have a code how to remember all these things. See, whenever you see ASEAN or something like that related to ASEAN, whatever the theme will be, like sharing dreams, sharing thoughts, sharing technology, like that, sharing resources. So there is a similarity regarding this organizations and themes. So you have to make your own code to that. Now Feihong 98, China have tested, successfully conducted a test flight about the world's largest unmanned drone. That is, its name is Feihong 98. It was built on the basis, on the platform of a prototype of another carrier that was an full-fledged aircraft. Its name is Shifi Y5B, Y5B, and so Shifi Y5B was one of the first Chinese made this aircraft carrier, not aircraft carrier, this transport aircraft. And on the model of that, they have created another drone, that is an unmanned aerial vehicle drone, which is at present the world's largest unmanned drone, and it has a maximum payload of 1.5 tons. Just imagine 1.5 tons. And it has, they say that it will be having simple takeoff, simple landing, advanced technology, and yes, obviously affordable cost. So that is why the importance of Rafale deal and all other bigger deals are there. There is a question: why can't we buy some aircrafts? Why can't we buy stealth mode fighter aircrafts from China? Because again, the matter is that the Chinese flights can also fly. They will be affordable in price, and we can buy it from our neighbor itself. Why should we keep an enmity to China? Why can't we buy from them and have a strategic partnership? That is a question comes. Rafale deal is very much costly, but still it is needed for India. It is definitely needed because we are insufficient of aircrafts. We are insufficient of fighter aircrafts. We don't even have 2,000 aircrafts right now. So we need it, but why can't we depend on China? Why India and China should not have such kind of a strategic relation where we buy from them? So that is a question that you have to think of. Now it has a flight height of maximum 4,500 meter, range of 1,200 kilometer, and maximum speed of 180. So it is nothing less than a full-fledged aircraft. That is what they are boasting. Now regarding this mission Antyodaya, there was about mission Antyodaya, and there was a ranking done by Rural Ministry. It was part of this mission Antyodaya, and it was to list out the most developed villages in India. So they will be selecting lots of villages, and among them they will be categorizing and ranking them. So Kulgod village in the Belgavi district of Karnataka have won first prize in the most developed village in India. So this Kulgod village in Karnataka, and the village, the district is Belgavi district, the Belgavi district in Karnataka, and it is having the bags the most developed village award. And many villages were there, like top 10 villages were coming from the states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Karnataka. So all the top 10 were from these three states. That is the most fact about this. Now regarding Mission Antyodaya, it is a state-led initiative actually. Obviously it is state sponsored, but it's a state-led, centrally sponsored, but it is state-led initiative because this village panchayats and everything comes in state list. So it is definitely for ultimate aim of rural transformation, and it seeks to coverage various governments. So what they mainly aim is to converge all the government interventions done to this rural transformation and all those things. So the approach they adopt is a saturation approach. So they do things, they do the interventions and convergence up to a saturation is reached. So it is having maximum efficiency and maximum quality initiative. So it will be divided like 5,000 clusters will be made, selecting almost 50,000 village panchayats from all over the India. So these names will be selected by the state itself, and they will be given like network of professionals, institutional interventions, individual scientific technology, and all those will be converged to make the all the aspects of a village higher. So remember the name Kulgod village from Belgavi district of Karnataka have won this first prize, the most developed village category. Next one is about unified payment interface. We all know about this unified UPI by this National Payment Corporation of India, and recently why the news is RBI has released the guidelines of making UPI interoperable among different payment apps. Like we have this Paytm, we have this Freecharge, we have this MobiKwik, and many other payment. We have lots of e-wallets and cards. So RBI have given guidelines how to use UPI in this Paytm. So there are lots of advantages to that. This is one step ahead to go into digitalization. Now see, the name is like prepaid payment instruments. This Paytm and wallets and cards are together called PPI, and this will allow popular payment wallets such as Paytm, Recharge, MobiKwik to transfer money from one wallet to another wallet. So earlier it was not possible, but we can transfer cash amount in form of cash, not Paytm money or not Freecharge money, but we can in rupees we can transfer using this API. So that is interoperability of UPI with other apps. So they can also issue cards using authorized networks such as this MasterCard and RuPay. And we know facts about UPI, so I am skipping that. It is very famous. There was a question in 2018 regarding UPI, regarding NPCI. So you have to keep an updation on all the newses regarding UPI and this NPCI. So India, El Salvador, that is a IR topic. Actually, El Salvador is a country in this Central American, Central America, and it is it is on the bank of, on the shore of this Pacific Ocean. And El Salvador, what they did is the convoy had seeked investments from India in the field of energy, sustainable energy, renewable energy, technology transfer, everything. So that is what they want to reduce their dependence on fossil fuels, because they are one among the countries who are looking forward to help this fight global warming. So this country, this is a part of this. See, the next image is about the maps. This here it is El Salvador. Between this North America and South America, on the western side we have a small nation. It's not an island nation, but this link between this both Americas, and El Salvador is in the banks of Pacific Ocean, and yes, it is a part of Pacific, this circum-Pacific ring, and it has more than 40 active volcanoes, and many geothermal energy sites, geysers are present. So they are looking forward to reduce the fossil fuel and make more renewable sustainable energy. They are trying to have this solar energy installations, wind energy installations, geothermal energy. So they declared that they will be providing concessions, subsidies, incentives, etc. for Indian companies who are working on this renewable energy sector. So it's a good news actually. This is how how we have to measure. Other countries are relying on India and they are giving incentives to India to help them develop certain target. So here the target is to make non-fossil fuel energy, and they have seen India as one of the best reliable friend. And you can write in many answers also, you can write such countries gather many informations like this, many countries who are seeing India as a good friend. So moving on to the map actually. So in today's map, we will be continuing this Ramsar sites. Today, yesterday we have seen Orissa. Today we are seeing West Bengal. So in West Bengal, at present there is only one Ramsar site. See, remember Sundarbans is a Ramsar site, but the Sundarbans which is not in West Bengal. So see, Sundarbans is spread to both West Bengal, India and Bangladesh, and in India we have West Bengal and Bangladesh. So the Sundarbans mangrove in Bangladesh is declared as this Ramsar, but not India. But recently the news is that this West Bengal part of Sundarban is also going to be declared as Ramsar site. So at present we have only East Calcutta wetlands, which was declared as Ramsar site in December 2002. And yes, it is a complex of natural and man-made wetlands. Actually, this is world's largest organic water treatment, sewage treatment plant actually. So it's natural sewage treatment, and it is world's largest organic sewage management system, and that is why it have lots of salt marshes, salt meadows, sewage farms, a lake kind of technology structure is there. And see, it's both complex natural as well as man-made wetland. This statement is very important for you because we don't see some Ramsar site which is man-made. So that is very important. This is one of the unique feature of this East Calcutta wetlands. And yes, the treated water is used for agriculture and pisciculture. That is why it is to be conserved. And regarding the map actually, see, this is the map of Kolkata city actually, and we can see this eastern part, we can see East Kolkata wetlands, and this entire this organic sewage treatment, that is what resulted into lots of natural phenomena like marshes and meadows and etc. So that is why they have, and many organisms will be there making it as a habitat. So moving on to the PQRS session, today we will be seeing a question on nanotechnology. With reference to the use of nanotechnology in health sector, which of the following statements is or are correct? So it is one of the simplest questions. This came in 2015, and the first statement is targeted drug delivery is made possible by nanotechnology. Second one, nanotechnology can largely contribute to gene therapy. And see, this is a very simple statement actually, but in 2015 people may have some kind of a doubt, because that was the first time when nanotechnology question appeared in prelims, I hope in the recent times. And see, the first one, targeted drug delivery is made possible by nanotechnology. Obviously that is possible. How? We can use nanoparticles inside this medicine, and those nanoparticles can be functionable, made functionable to hit the target right spot, so without having any other side effects etc. This one of the best advantages of nanotechnology or nanoparticles is this targeted drug delivery, as I have told earlier also. So the first statement is correct. Second one, nanotechnology can largely contribute to gene therapy. Obviously yes, gene is a part of entire DNA. Entire DNA can be divided into various functional genes, because each and every gene will have certain functions, certain kind of protein synthesis will be there, and accordingly we can have different traits, different characters in human, if I'm speaking of humans. So these genes or this DNA are in the range of 10 raised to minus 9 meter or 1 nanometer. And what is 1 nanometer? That is nanoparticle. So definitely nanotechnology can be used. See, one of the biggest interventions will be nanotechnology inside gene therapies. That will make so much easier a way of gene sequencing and gene therapy techniques, and very cost efficient things. So both the statements are correct actually. C becomes the answer. So meet you next time. Thank you.